I was rejected by a guy in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible, but still a part of me feels like this was my fault, so I need you guys to let me know what you think.
I just want my friend back. I don't miss the fighting or even the romantic parts of the relationship. I just feel lonely.
As a woman, I'm genuinely scared of men. Every single time I have a man walking past me, I feel my spine tingling.
A jealous man will take a pretty woman after he catches her when he thought that he would never catch her.
Men are fucking done. And at the same time, women at home are saying, where are all the good men? All the good men were ruined by plenty of women.
I think the craziest shit gotta be that women are literally telling men what they want, how they want it, what they like, how they like it. And they be like, nah. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Nah. This is what a real man should do. This is what a real leader should do.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pearl Chronicle.
I was rejected by a guy in the most embarrassing and humiliating way possible, but still a part of me feels like this was my fault, so I need you guys to let me know what you think. One day, I matched with this guy on Bumble who was very, very handsome. He was a documentary filmmaker, curly brown hair, profile said 6'2". At the time, I was going through an identity crisis, so I just so happened to dye my hair back to brunette, although previous to that, I was blonde. I was on this dating app, and unfortunately, I hadn't updated any of my photos to reflect the way that I looked, although the photos that I did have were just like taken 2-3 months ago. It's not like my physical appearance looked that different, it's just that my hair color was very different. So me and this guy are literally talking for 2 days, we're hitting it off, the conversation is flowing back and forth, and most of the time, guys will just waste your time and not ask you out on a date, or if they ask you out on a date, they'll ask you to like go for a walk in the park. Days after us matching, we are on a date, I meet him for the first time, he's exiting his car, and he's walking towards me, and as he's walking towards me, I could tell he has like a confused look on his face. And I've been on many dates. I've never been accused of being a catfish. I've never had somebody disappointed when they saw me in real life. In fact, I've had guys tell me that they are surprised and that I actually look better in person, that I look better than in my photos.
He didn't embarrass you. The situation did. First impressions matter, and if it doesn't match, attraction drops fast. That's reality, not cruelty.
You look a little different than on your photos. I was like, yeah, I actually dyed my hair. I went darker. I've been a brunette in the past. Like, this is actually close to my natural hair color. And I was just tired of the blonde because it was ruining my hair. And then he tells me that he thinks that that is actually misleading and that I should have updated my dating profile photos to match how my hair looks now. So then I ask him, well, would that have changed your opinion of me? Would that have made you not want to go out on a date? And he kind of laughs and shrugs it off and says, well, you know, I do like blondes. And that just like rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, we end up splitting some appetizers on a couple of drinks, and I end up leaving and thinking to myself, like, this is probably not going to go anywhere because that guy was super, super weird. I have no plans on texting this guy, but then I get a text from him the next evening. He sends me a whole paragraph that I never even asked for. In his paragraph, he tells me that he thinks that it's not right, that I misrepresented myself on my dating profile, and that if he's being completely 100% transparent, he is into blondes, that is his specific type, and he does not prefer brunettes. I never replied to him. I ended up blocking his number, but guys, there was a part of me that almost got my butt into my car and went to Sally Beauty Supply to get some bleach because I was so insecure at that point.
He said it straight and kept it moving. That's not disrespect, that's preference. You didn't match his type, he told you. Take it and move on. Accept the reality, don't give yourself headache. It's over between him and you, simple.
I just want my friend back. I don't miss the fighting or even the romantic parts of the relationship. I just feel lonely. He was like my best friend. Other people will be able to make me feel loved, make me feel attractive, make me feel enough. But I hope I can bond with somebody the way I bonded with him. And I know that clearly the time that we were spending together wasn't as important or fun for him, so I shouldn't miss it. But for me, the time we were spending together and the way that we were bonding, even just like texting throughout the day, meant everything to me. And without that, I genuinely feel really lonely. It's really just the small moments when I sit down to eat lunch or I'm just like resting between doing things in my day and I just like, my phone's dry I just don't have anyone to talk to. I want to hear about someone's day. I want to hear about his day. And it's just, like, hitting me today.
You don't miss him, you miss the comfort. If it was right, it wouldn't have ended. Don't confuse loneliness with love. I think it's better you buy a dog and die alone.
I saw this guy that I liked at a bar, and I go over to him and I'm like, oh my gosh, hey, how are you? You know, just trying to start conversation, whatever. And he's like, oh, good. We're about to head out. And he's like, oh, are you guys staying? And I go, no, I mean, like, I'm going home with you. He looked me dead in my face, laughed in my face in front of his friends and my friends, grabbed his shit and walked out of the bar. I just said, okay. I took my L, put it in my pocket, and charged it to the game.
You shot your shot, respect, but that move felt forced, not earned. Men don't respond to pressure like that. They exit. You reap what you saw, no room for games.
A jealous man will take a pretty woman after he catches her when he thought that he would never catch her, turn her into a single baby mother to put her in the place that his mindset was already at, was to turn her into a no good woman, to turn her into the woman that he usually could have catched. And when he caught her, he skinned that fish and he didn't even take her home. But now men have that audacity to ask, why are all the good women with child? They with child because all of the no good jealous son of a guns wanted to make that woman miserable. So if you have no children and you are beautiful, keep your legs closed and don't you even think about looking for a man till you walk out with a degree. Bye.
That's not strategy, that's blame shifting. Men aren't out here plotting to ruin women. Bad choices create bad outcomes. Accountability matters.
As a woman, I'm genuinely scared of men. Every single time I have a man walking past me, I feel my spine tingling. This is so bad. This is really bad. Like, I can be chilling in public and I feel tension every single time a man walks past me, especially when he makes eye contact with me, especially when I'm alone. I don't like it. I don't, y'all. Like, every single time I'm alone and I see a man staring at me, this is so bad, but I just get scared. I get scared and I start walking quicker, trying to exit so he's not looking at me anymore, or I'm not in the same perimeter as him anymore. Even if it's an innocent interaction, no. I get so scared every single time I see a man walking past me. Even if he's just subtly looking at me. I feel weird. I don't like it. I feel like tension because I know what's going through the dome. I don't care. I'm not even saying it like that. I'm just being real.
You're treating normal presence like a problem. Men aren't responsible for that fear. Work on that internally because the world isn't going to adjust to it. You either stand or you keep ranting. Dating isn't for the weak.
I'm in the Amazon bathroom trying to be quiet about it, but one thing really made me really upset. I saw a girl and the dude playing around, like flirting and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, do I look that motherfucking bad for me not to have nobody flirting with me? Damn. It's like, half of it, I hate my fucking life. All the dudes flirt with the other girls. Dudes really don't flirt with me, or am I? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I know, it's probably because the way I'm shaped. All types of stuff. But I had to go in the bathroom because I was literally about to cry. Nobody flirts with me. And it's sad.
Don't turn one moment into your identity. Men respond to energy, presence, and openness. If it's not happening, adjust, not collapse. Dating isn't for the weak. You either keep continuing or crying, period.
Imagine being a side chick and waiting around for a man to leave his wife, his fiance, his girlfriend. Imagine that. So she's waiting months, sometimes years. I've heard of decades. And he still doesn't leave his main woman. He doesn't leave his wife, his fiance, his girlfriend. Can you imagine that? You're sitting around and then your friends and family checking up on you. Hey, has your friend left his girl? Has your friend left his wife?
And you going, oh, not yet. I mean, he does have small children and he doesn't want to leave with the kids being so small, which is fucking a crock of bullshit. When men want to leave, they'll fucking leave. When they want to leave for the other woman, they'll leave. But that rarely happens. And that is so embarrassing. These women just sitting around, just waiting. Like, they're so pathetic. I highly suggest, if you're a side chick and you've been waiting for that man to leave his wife, his girlfriend, his fiance, do me a favor, okay? Find another hobby. How about that? Go hiking. Go pick up a book, read a book. Go work out if you don't work out. Or just simply go wash your ass. How about that? Because you have fucking nothing to do. Go wash your ass.
You're investing time in a man who already chose someone else. That's not patience, that's self-sabotage. Men don't upgrade what they're already comfortable hiding.
I think the craziest shit gotta be that women are literally telling men what they want, how they want it, what they like, how they like it. And they be like, nah. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Nah. This is what a real man should do. This is what a real leader should do. If the people that you want to lead or the people that you want to submit to you are telling you what they need in order to feel comfortable to do so, wouldn't you want to listen? I feel like we dealing with the same shit with the government. They literally will come out and ask you what you want, what you need, what you require. They do all this census shit. And then come election time, you vote for them, and them motherfuckers go in there and do whatever the fuck they want to fucking do. And then be like, but I'm just doing my job. You're not doing what the fuck I said that I wanted you to do when you got in there.
The problem isn't men not listening, it's mixed signals. A lot of men stopped taking words seriously and started watching what actually gets rewarded.
Men are fucking done. And at the same time, women at home are saying, where are all the good men? All the good men were ruined by plenty of women. They had money taken from them. They had their finances fucking crumble because of some women. They had their children taken away from them. They lost jobs. They tried to give and give and give all the fucking time. And all these women did was belittle them, disrespect them, mental abuse, physical abuse. There is so much abuse involved now that the good men are fucking done. They're not going to sit there and listen to the BS no more. They're not going to sit there and keep being disrespected. A man wants one thing in a relationship more than he ever wants love, and that's respect. And if you can't provide him with that, move the fuck over.
Men didn't just wake up and quit. Many got burned repeatedly. Disrespect, pressure, and constant criticism make men shut down and move different.
So I just asked this guy, we talked for a little bit. It was like a Hinge match, okay? It triggered the fuck out of me. Oh my god, why am I crying on camera? This is what had happened. So we went on literally one date. We talked for a while. He seemed excited, but he lives like 2 hours away, okay? And so it just kind of fizzled, and then I was gonna be in town, so we met up. We had a good day, and then I could just tell like things were not vibing afterwards. I could just tell his energy was a little reserved, and I was like, okay. So I just let it fizzle, whatever. But this is some guy I was like, oh, he's hot, he's like established, I was like, I like this guy. And things went well on the date. Why is he, what happened? I never got clarity. So tonight, a few months, that was in the summer, I don't know. A few months later, I just sent him a voice message and I asked him, I said, hey, I hope you're doing well, pleasantries. And I said, hey, I just would love to know like what the disconnect was. What was I thought we had a fun time. The communication was fine. I just talked about what a good time I had.
If a man pulls back after the date, that is the clarity. Men don't always explain. Sometimes the energy just wasn't there for him, and he DC'd to leaving his piece simple.
And then he texted me that it was just the distance. He said we had a really good day and it was fun, but there's a lot of hurdles with distance. And why am I upset? Why am I crying? I feel better talking it out, actually. Thanks, TikTok. Thanks, Tiki-Taki. But I think it triggered my inner child in a way that was like, somebody didn't choose me. I wasn't worthy enough
for a long distance, making that effort, which is hurtful, but I appreciate the honesty, and that's all I needed to do. It was very vulnerable. I think that was another part of it too. The vulnerability of asking somebody, hey, what happened? And then them answering, and it's like, just wasn't worth it, kind of. Like, he's so nice about it, but it hurt me feelings. It triggered me. Have any of you ever done this? Have any of you ever asked somebody? Maybe they ghosted you, I don't know. Ask. It's kind of like, grow, get a little uncomfortable. I sent him a voice message asking him, what was the disconnect?
He didn't reject your worth, he rejected the situation. But too many people take dating outcomes personally instead of realistically. Not every connection is meant to continue. Men do have choices also. Maybe it wasn't worth it.
Stop returning to these toxic relationships after them prove to you multiple times that them don't rate you. Every single time you go back, you're proving to these people that you love them more than you love yourself, and you value them and the relationship more than you value yourself. Because somebody who loved themselves would have cut out the moment the treatment is not right. But you, like a little hungry mangy dog with desperate for love and affection, it stand up in the relationship and I beg for change after they prove to you multiple times that them don't rate you. Walk with me on this. If you go and shop and you ask them for change for $50 and them tell us that them don't have it, and you look over at the cash register and you see that the money is in there, and you ask them one more time and them tell you no, you know within yourself say, that person you don't want to give you the change. You might think, say, you know, so you want to look fast, when me now come back to your shop. But what do? You pack up and move on and go and shop that can give you the change that you want, right?
She's right about one thing. Repeated disrespect only continues when you keep accepting it. Men learn this lesson too, which is why many stop tolerating toxic cycles.
How do you be a good side piece? This sounds crazy. Yes.
How are you? It's
You're not going to be proud of me. I'm in trouble. I need you. Actually, this isn't a happy call. So I, was celibate 5 years, and I ended up meeting someone in October. He flew me out to Miami. We had intimacy. We started dating, and he told me he wasn't with anyone else. He does live outside of the country, so he comes to U.S. periodically for work. Actually, I found out he was married.
Did you break things off?
Initially, yes, and then no.
So what do you want to do now?
It gets worse. Ashley! He's not leaving his wife.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
And what's worse is that he has multiple girlfriends. And I thought I was the only one. He was like, listen, if I'm cheating on my wife, what makes you think that I wouldn't be? I don't know how to explain this.
That's kind of logical if you're asking me. That's a logical point. If he cheats on his wife, then of course he would cheat on you. Well, I can't say it's cheating, but yeah, of course he has other girls. That's logical.
That is? I thought it was insane. Oh, but he was upset with me for getting upset because he was like, what do you expect? If I'm going to cheat on my wife, why would I just have one person? I ended up crashing out, and I wonder, Ashley, because I want to be with a certain type of man, provider type person. I always have this anxiety of they can do anything. They have the funding and the material to be able to do anything.
Yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah. If you're dating, the guy who has the money and he's not faithful and he has a wife already. Yeah, girl,
he had the audacity to break up with me. The fuck?
I'm going to be very honest with you. He feels like if I'm cheating on my wife, and I'm sure him and his wife already get into it, or he just feels like family life is already hectic enough for him, he needs an escape. He's thinking if I'm with my side chick, it should be very easy going. I shouldn't be arguing with my side chick. I will argue with my wife because that's why I put a ring on their finger, but not the side. No. You're supposed to be there to make life easier. Things should be seamless. We should be having sex, fun, going out.
You sound exactly like him.
But that's what it is.
What?
Oh, Anne, girl, you got a lot to learn. Yeah.
He said exactly what you said verbatim, which is crazy.
So I'm being keep real. You showed your crazy side. Now you're like, oh, she crazy. I gotta go. I really gotta go now. Oh no. Crazy. Oh, he used that word. He said it. Crazy. Got to go. So
he bought me a Chanel. How do you be a good side piece?
You really need to work on yourself mentally and physically. But the Anne that came up here on the first live who was standing in front of that stove, she was a lot slimmer than the girl standing here in front of me.
What does he have to look like?
He has to be someone who's fit. I'm not compromising on this. He has to be someone who's fit and someone who takes pride in the way he carries himself.
Now this Anne, I don't know what's going on. That tells me feelings. We're eating from emotion. Yeah. We're not moving as much.
Yeah.
So I want you to work on yourself before we.
He didn't want a relationship, he wanted convenience. The moment drama showed up, he replaced the situation. That's why men say never build on dishonesty. And this will take you years to understand. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.